understand that the ministry, the Indonesian cabinet and ministry, yeah, very large and so many destinations to promote, but we have LPJMN by Bappenas, Borobudur and Yogyakarta area, and also that is our super priority destination. Kampanye di Jakarta aja itu dari Deputi Promosi nanti bisa menjelaskan kampanye programnya seperti apa saja, karena tentu Jakarta itu destinasi yang cukup indah juga, jadi supaya beda gitu, kita ingin mempromosikan Jakarta supaya wisatawan dari luar daerah yang terdekat bisa datang karena kami memiliki banyak destinasi seperti museum-museum, galeri, bisa berbelanja, dan restoran juga luar biasa banyaknya. Jadi itu program kami nanti akan dielaborasi oleh Ibu.
Contract, because if we don't value that, then we will lose our credibility before the world. So that's principle number one. On the project itself, we will allow assessment. But even if after the assessment there is decision that may not be in favor, but we need to provide protection, we need to provide assurance that they are not going to experience loss or missed opportunity because of government decision. Jadi with regard to investor, but with regard with the project itself on the Nusantara project, let technocratic assessment lead the assessment, not so much political assessment.
Secretary General of UN from Ghana, he once said that young people should be at the forefront of global change and innovations. If they are empowered, they can be key agents for development and peace. However, if they are left out in the society, all of us will be impoverished. So let us ensure that the young people have every opportunity to participate fully in the lives of our society. This is a message that often people think as classic, but it becomes more and more crucial nowadays. But why it is essential? So go to the next slide. Now these are a few things. One is about representations and inclusivity. That's key. Number two is about innovations and fresh perspective. Number three is about long-term stability and sustainability of our democracy. Number four, it's about digital literacy and technological adaptations. And the fifth point is about global perspective and interconnectedness. Let me elaborate the first one. First is about representation and inclusivity. Young people comprise significant portions of our society. Needless to say, the proportions is about a quarter to 30% across society across the globe. Even though, in terms of percentage, from time to time, we are seeing a diminishing number in terms of percentage because the longer life expectations of our populations. However, when the young people engage, it leads into a more inclusive democratic process. The young people often outline voices that is left out. And when they are engaged, they make democracy more equitable. Number two is the innovations and fresh perspective. what is unique about the young people? If I may ask you, what are the key components that make youth, young, is unique compared to other group of our society? You can raise your hand if you think you have an answer. Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2?
Fresh perspective.
Fresh perspective. Yeah, perspective, fresh perspective. Newness. You're coming with something new. You have a new slant in looking at things. Something that the elderly have been dealing for many, many, many years. When the young people come and see, they come up with something new. I remember in Jakarta, we have a zebra cross like Shinjuku. Not like a Shinjuku like this one, but you know, similar to that. Well, actually all crossroad is the same, right? But there's a zebra cross, it's all the same. But for the young people, suddenly the zebra cross becomes something unique. They change it into catwalk. Okay? For the elderly, this is a place where you cross the street. For the young people, this is a place where you do your fashion show, right? But I'm just giving you an example of newness. So what we like to see in the youth participation in democracy, they come into the stage with newness, with fresh perspective. And the third point is long-term stability and sustainability of democracy. There are so many cases in which democratization process lead into transformations we are hoping ends in consolidated democracy, but that doesn't always be the case. Sometimes you have democratizations, and then we're practicing democracy for a few decades, and then there's a decline of democracy, and turn back into authoritarianism, or semi-authoritarianism, or pseudo-democracy at the minimum. Who will guard democracy to consolidate? It's the young people. So engagement of the young people in the democratization process and in the democratic process help to safeguard our democracy. It is the young people that often in the front line when it comes to ensuring democracy stand still. Whenever there is an effort to deteriorate or to lower the quality of our democracy. So the issue of sustainability and stability of democracy is truly guarded by the participation of our young people. And the fourth point is about digital literacy. Nowadays, the young people were very much engaged with technology, using digital method to articulate aspirations, to bridge digital divide, to make government more accessible, to make government more transparent. And familiarity with the digital platform by the youth has enhanced public engagement, has made informations disseminated much wider, and for anyone in government who are doing things not in a proper way, through digital engagement, they cannot get away, including if you fly with a private jet. Yeah. We flew with Jet Airline last night, so we're okay. So I was a governor in Jakarta, and being a governor in Jakarta, in the city where almost 100% of its people were digitally connected, whenever things go wrong, okay, They will find it, they will articulate it, and they're going to criticize government for everything that goes wrong, right? How do we go about it? We should thank them. And that's our approach. We thank the citizens of Jakarta, especially the netizens, for actively scrutinizing everything we're doing. Yeah, because when you're being scrutinized, it is a measure for us to continuously improve quality of our work. Look, I was the governor of Jakarta. I'm managing 200,000 employees of Jakarta City, managing 11 million people. With active participations, then you're actually being helped mostly by the youth. But you can only feel you're being helped if you're doing things right. If you are doing things, wrong things, you wanna try to get away from the public scrutiny, including those flying things, right? Because you don't like that scrutiny. But if you're doing it right, then you don't have any problem with that. And then the fifth aspect is on the global perspective and the interconnectedness. We need to thank the internet and the social media, because today youth are more globally connected than any time of the past. Compared to any previous generations, today the young people are more connected globally. So issues that is at the global level easily understood by the youth everywhere in the world. For give you one example, the issues of global climate crisis. In this era, with the connectivity, the participations of the youth on the climate crisis issues were much more. One is easier. Two is it pushes global agenda at the local level, because this interconnectedness.